assume that this angelic being, whatever this being is, we can talk about how do I know it was an angelic being and not a demonic being. Like, I could have that conversation too. We could go there, but I know them by their fruits, and I'll just put it that way. This being takes pity on me and says, I can help you, but it's going to take 20 years, and you're going to have to, your materialist worldview is going to have to grind you down. I still keep looking at this comment, I feel like I haven't answered it, but is it objective or relative? It's objective, because everything that I've learned, I feel like I did sort of learn from my own experience. So it's weird to then go out into the world and realize, well, yeah, people have been studying this stuff for thousands of years. And the thing that I got was, and it did help me appreciate that much more, this gift that I got, this gift of spiritual awareness. Because I didn't read all the stuff that some of you guys did, and I really did blow it all off. I didn't come to these ideas because of study and research. I came to these ideas because some being took pity on me. Like I said the other day, I think my life was spiraling out, and I probably would have, things didn't seem like they were going to end very well for me. But I did ask for help, and I guess that's something important to mention. I don't think this happened in a vacuum, where I was just picked. I asked the universe for help in a prayer type way, like a meditative prayer. And I was around 17. I remember it pretty well because I was experimenting with meditation. And again, you got to remember, this is before the internet. I'd heard about meditation. I didn't know what it was. I didn't have any books about it. I didn't remember where I got the idea. I did have this one night where I was sort of I just said, I'm going to try and experiment. And I prayed. And I was very specific because I did sort of worry, because I knew about black magic and these kind of things. And it's if I don't really understand the universe, I'm going to take a cautious approach. So I said, there's a benevolent force in the universe that can answer some of these questions. I'm open to it. Show me proof and I'll believe. And I think that's what probably triggered this experience for me. But I don't know, I'd love to know the truth about that. We have to accept duality too. Religion has done as much bad as good. Yeah, religion's a tool. All tools can be abused. If you're using religion for the purpose that it was intended, which is community, a shared story, a good way to impress upon the next generation the real values that are important, then yeah, religion can, in the right hands, religion can be good. But just as any institution, the state doesn't have to be tyrannical. The state could be good. It could. And again, I'm going to go back to Jefferson. This kind of government requires a moral and educated and informed population. You're aiming for something. It's so beautiful. I just love that. That it's that simple. And you're aiming at something that's high up. You're not aiming across. You're aiming upward, ideally. And again, I love the spiral, the way the chart kind of tells this spiral story of the void becoming nullified by divine knowledge and spiraling upward, where each trip around the chart becomes an opportunity to level up and to increase harmony and to increase knowledge. Somebody brought that up earlier. If I believed in objective morality, this chart seems to it proves it to me, that there is an objective reality of the spiritual nature of the cosmos, I believe it can all be sort of traced to, at least to some degree, as somebody who's not that well versed in philosophy, I'm not going to be able to cover every philosophical angle of it, but just within the parent-child relationship, I feel like there's a lot of evidence for an objective morality? It does get complicated, and I don't even know if I should be talking about this because I don't know if I've thought it through enough. When a kid is laughing, you know what's happening. When a kid is crying, you know what's happening. I'm always trying to boil these things down to as simple as I can possibly do it, to the most foundational, fundamental things. And the relationship between parents and children is so fundamental to not just people, but animal life in general. And when a kid is laughing or crying, you get the message. And to me, it's not much different when you start talking about all these different, what is good, what is evil. I think that you can objectively say that some things are good, and that you can objectively say that other things are bad. And the things that are good increase harmony and hopefully knowledge too. It can just be harmony in a physical sense. The harmony is more about the physical world. The knowledge is more about the ethereal world of spirit, So good things increase harmony among, and we're talking about people here. We're not talking about anything else. And that's something that bugs me, I think, about some people who want to argue about this is, well, what other perspective are you trying to argue from? Are you going to argue from God's perspective? And I feel like it's usually, more atheistic types or secular people who are trying to, poke and prod at people's beliefs when they say that there's an objective morality.